The chosen ones don't walk away. They are set apart to fulfill a greater purpose. Have you ever felt like the world is pushing you away from the people you love most? Maybe it's not a mistake, but a calling. I'm Sister Amélia, and just like you, I've asked myself, why does it feel like the more I follow my purpose, the farther I drift from those who've always been by my side? What if I told you there's a deep and spiritual explanation for this? Before we dive in, tell me, have you ever had to distance yourself from someone to follow your path? Write your story in the comments. I'd love to hear it. The chosen ones are called for a special mission, and often that calling comes with a sense of loneliness. You might have noticed that as you pursue your purpose, the bonds with family and friends seem to loosen. It can be confusing and painful, but there's a deeper reason behind it. Think about an eagle. To learn to fly, it must leave the nest. That's the journey of the chosen ones. Every step away brings growth and preparation for something greater. The first reason for this distancing is personal growth. When we stay surrounded by what's familiar, we tend to stagnate. Old habits, repetitive conversations, and limiting beliefs can hold us back. Stepping away creates space for the new, for internal transformation. Have you noticed that the biggest changes in your life often happen when you're alone? Write in the comments if this has ever happened to you. Another reason is spiritual protection. Not everyone can understand or carry the weight of a chosen one's mission. Sometimes the opinions and criticisms of those we love can pull us off course. God, in His wisdom, distances us to protect us, ensuring we stay focused on our journey. Think of Joseph, sold by his brothers and taken to Egypt. The pain of separation paved the way for a greater plan. Have you ever felt that as you distance yourself from certain people, you began hearing God's voice more clearly? Let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. Remember, the distance isn't meant to hurt you, it's meant to align you with your purpose. When we're surrounded by noise, it's hard to hear the divine voice. Loneliness, as challenging as it may seem, is an opportunity to connect deeply with what truly matters. A third reason is future impact. Often, the distance is necessary so we can later help those who stayed behind. You're being called to walk a new path, to open doors that others will one day walk through. This requires courage and detachment. Like Joseph, who became governor of Egypt and saved his family from famine. You're being prepared for something grand. But it's not easy, I know. Share in the comments. Do you feel like you're being prepared for something bigger? The distancing might be misunderstood by those who stay. You may have been accused of being cold, selfish, or indifferent. But know that this is part of the process. People see only what's in front of them, but God sees the whole picture. He understands what you're facing. Understanding may not always come from those around you, and that's okay. What matters is that you stay aligned with the calling. If you feel like you're drifting from family, take a deep breath and trust the process. Every step is guided. God never leaves you without direction, even when it feels like you're walking alone. Have you noticed that in your most distant moments, you lean on Him the most? That dependence strengthens and shapes you for what's to come. There are also those who unknowingly have a negative influence on your life. It could be a dear friend, a family member, or even someone you admire. Distance is a way to protect your energy, your focus, and your mission. Understand, this isn't rejection, it's wisdom. Have you ever had to distance yourself from someone, even though you love them? Share your experience in the comments. Looking at the lives of great leaders and prophets, we see that separation was a crucial point in their journeys. Moses had to leave Egypt to prepare in the desert before liberating his people. David spent years on the run before becoming king. Even Jesus withdrew to pray and fast before beginning his ministry. And you, feeling the pain of distance right now, are being shaped for something special. Separation also develops empathy and understanding. When we return to those we love after a time apart, our perspective is renewed. We start to value each moment, every word, and every gesture more deeply. Time away teaches us what truly matters. Have you ever noticed how distance can strengthen bonds instead of weakening them? Finally, remember, you are not alone. There are other chosen ones going through the same process. This journey may feel lonely at times, but it's full of meaning. Every step you take, no matter how small it seems, is bringing you closer to your purpose. Keep trusting. Keep moving forward. Now tell me, which of these reasons resonated most with you? Write in the comments and share your reflection. Let's build a community of support and growth together. After all, the chosen ones don't walk alone. They walk with God and with those who share the same calling. You might ask, when will this pain end? The answer is, it won't last forever. Every season has its end, and what you're going through now is just a phase. God never leaves you in a place without preparing you for the next one. Do you believe that? If so, write "I trust" in the comments. This time of distance is also a time for learning. Use these moments to grow spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Read, study, pray, and meditate. Prepare yourself for the mission being entrusted to you. Everything you're experiencing now has a purpose, even if it's not clear at the moment. Have you noticed how in the hardest moments you draw closer to God? It's in weakness that we find strength. It's in loneliness that we find divine companionship. If you believe that, lift your head and keep going strong. God is with you every step of the way. And remember, the call of the chosen is both a privilege and a responsibility. You've been set apart for something greater, something that will make a difference in many lives. Even if you can't see all the fruits now, know that they'll come in due time. Trust the process. Don't forget to leave your comment. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe to the channel. Together, we can create a community of chosen ones who support and grow alongside each other. May God bless you abundantly on your journey.